What was already the best business banking and money management platform has gotten even better because they have announced a new product, which is super exciting, a cashback credit card. This is an incredible new feature for business owners, and I am talking about Relay, the business banking and money management platform that I use for my own business. I've been using them for about a year now, and they have been fantastic for helping me get in control of my spending and my cash flow. And let's get into the details about this credit card because I am super excited about it. So what is the Relay Visa credit card? It is a credit card that Relay is launching for some customers currently that is going to give you a cash flow cushion and control your team's spending. It also offers cash back on all spending, which is fantastic. So let's look at the features that are really the most important ones that look amazing. First is that this card has a 30-day billing cycle, which means that within 30 days, you have to pay off the balance. So you have to be really disciplined. And this is not a way for your business to go into deep debt. It is a way for you to have a cash cushion. So you purchase things, you don't have to pay for them that day out of a debit card, out of it pulling from your account. But within that 30 days, your balance does need to be paid in full, which I personally think is a great way to do this. So you stay really disciplined, you don't go in debt, but you get all of the benefits of a credit card. The feature I'm really excited about is the cash back. So they are offering currently right now 1.5% on all spend for the card. So everything you're spending, you're getting 1.5% back, which if you're in a really heavy expense business, this can be a good amount of money. So that's a really great offer, and 1.5% on all spending is fantastic. You can get up to 20 physical cards that you have in person in hand, and you can also have up to 50 virtual cards. So you can have cards for individual expenses and individual vendors. That's a great option to manage certain expenses and categories with your spending. So I love that they are still offering multiple of the cards for both the physical and the virtual cards. Relay does this with the debit cards that they offer customers, and I'm really excited that they are also doing it with the credit card so that you can have multiple virtual and physical cards so that you can really control your spending a lot better by having certain cards for certain vendors and certain team members. So that makes it really nice, giving you a lot of control with those individual cards. They've also given a lot more control with these cards because you can now set a spending policy for each employee card. So you can set limits, and you can also block certain categories and vendors. If a employee should not be spending in anything outside of a certain area, you can block those, which is nice and gives you a lot more control as the business owner. So you can have individual cards for employees with approved vendors and categories, and also both daily and monthly spending limits. So you have a lot more control on those specific cards if you are handing them out to employees, but you want to keep control. Another great thing is that even though they are offering all of these benefits, there is no annual fee on this card. So you aren't paying a $200, $600 fee just for the cashback benefits. I personally love cards that don't have an annual fee, so you can use this one in addition to other cards if it fits your needs as a business. So that's great. You can add this one without any cost, so that is always a benefit. There's really no downside if there's not a fee. So if you do have higher revenue in your business and you do have higher expenses, you can get a higher limit, which is fantastic. You just have to go through the process of applying and make sure that you are requesting a higher limit and talking to Relay about that. Speaking of the application process, it is very quick. So everything Relay does is very fast, and they do have an application that just takes a couple minutes, and you can access it from various parts of the website and the app when you're logged into your Relay account. And the final thing that I want to feature is that it is currently only for Relay customers by invitation only. So basically you have to be a Relay customer and also meet a couple eligibility criteria. So we'll talk about that because that is important, because not everyone is eligible for this card yet. I am hoping personally that they will expand eligibility. They just launched this, so it's new and not everyone's going to have access to it, but I'm hoping that all customers will in the future. In case you've missed previous videos on Create with Pennies, I've been using Relay as my own business banking and money management platform for about a year now because they've got a lot of features that help business owners get in control of their cash flow, and it's really transformed my own business. I want to note that this video is sponsored by Relay, and it is more of a product spotlight than an actual review, but I was personally really really excited to hear that they had launched this credit card because I personally love using a credit card for my business to get rewards. However, I've also talked about Relay in plenty of unsponsored videos, and I truly believe that they are one of the best options for you to scale or build a small business or side hustle, and they definitely help you get in control of your business finances. So if you want to check them out, I will leave a link in the description box that will also give you a little bit of a bonus. So thank you for using that, and let's get into the details about this credit card because I am super excited about it. Okay, so let's talk about how this Relay Visa credit card can help your business, because why get it if it's not going to help you? So there seems to be 4 different areas where this can really help your business and a reason why you might want to use it for your own business. So the first is cash flow management, and that is really what Relay is all about overall. From their checking to their savings accounts, everything kind of works together to help you improve your business cash flow, and this credit card is no different. So the credit card basically gives you a buy now, pay later account that you are able to put purchases on, and you don't have to have the money come out of your account right away. This can really help you with smoothing out purchases that have to happen at certain times, but maybe don't happen at the right time for when you need to do payroll that comes out of your bank account, for example. So it can really help you if you are trying to time things out better and you're needing a little bit of a leeway just so that things aren't coming out all on the same day, or you have a couple days or weeks to build up the money to pay for them. It is, of course, a credit card, but because they have that 30-day billing cycle, you know you have to pay it within 30 days. So it just gives you a tiny buffer and helps with your cash flow management. So you're not pulling everything out of your bank account immediately, but you're having a little bit of a leeway and then you pay it off. Basically, you're better able to protect those cash transactions like payroll, so you know the money's there and it's not going to be affected by the day-to-day spend of your expenses on the credit card. Another huge benefit is the team spending that you can do with the credit card. Since you can have so many different cards, both physically and virtually, you're able to assign these cards to team members, but also assign them with limits and with controls that you set in place. So you have those approved categories, approved vendors per card, and then you also can set the limits for how much they can spend each day, how much they can spend monthly, and you don't have to go through all of the paperwork and craziness that is getting a team member a credit card. And then if anything goes wrong, if there's fraudulent expenses, that team member is in charge of calling the company, figuring things out, doing all of the back and forth. It's honestly a mess, and I know that from previous experience, having limits on cards and having very specific vendors and categories can be very helpful if you have a larger team. You also can freeze or terminate these cards at any time, so you have a lot of control on all aspects of cards for your team members, and that's a huge benefit if you are someone that is growing your business and adding more team members. So this is a great benefit if you're in that position. One of the biggest downfalls of a debit card is the fact that someone can get that card and completely drain your account. Then you will get your money back, but it can take so long that you've missed payments, you've missed payroll. So you don't want that to happen. And a credit card gives you protection from that happening because they give you separation. The credit card will not be draining this account. You will be putting expenses on it and then paying it off from your primary account, but it's not linked in a way that someone can get the card and drain that account like a debit card. This is great if you have a lot of team members that are using their cards in a lot of different places, and that card can potentially get stolen in a number of ways. It does happen, and you want to know that your money is protected. So having a credit card gives you a little bit more protection. It does give you a little bit more time to figure it out and figure out how to get your money back if someone does get that card and uses it to commit fraud. And of course, the biggest benefit I think is that they are offering cash back on this credit card. So Relay is offering right now 1.5% on all spend for this credit card. So if you are using your Relay Visa credit card, you will get 1.5% cash back on all expenses. It's not just certain categories. And I think that's a great offer. That is a lot better than some things that I have seen out there. And of course, it is nice to have everything in one place. So not only are you able to stay on top of your expenses, but you're also able to get that cash back deposited immediately back into your primary account. That's a nice benefit, and it's a nice little circular loop so that you are aware of all of your business finances in one place, which is one of the great benefits of Relay. Okay, now that we know why the Relay Visa credit card is so awesome, let's talk about who is actually eligible, because not everyone can apply for this card right now. So to be eligible for the Relay Visa credit card, you have to be a US incorporated and US based company. This is also only for companies, not sole proprietors. So if you are a sole proprietor, you cannot apply apply for this currently. It is only for LLCs, general partnerships, and corporations. So you have to be a company right now. If you are a sole proprietor, you could make the jump from an LLC to get to this point. I will leave a link for a resource for that in the description box as well. So if you are a sole proprietor, you could make the jump to an LLC to be eligible for this. And if that makes sense for your business, it might be worth doing. You also have to be established for at least 1 year before you can apply for this card. So you can't be a new business that just started 2 months ago, and even if you have the revenue numbers, you can apply. You can't. You have to be an established business for at least 1 year, then you can apply for this credit card. And then the final eligibility criteria is that you have to earn $240,000 or more in a year in revenue. So that's roughly $20,000 per month on average. So if you have that in revenue, you can apply for this card. Once again, let's recap. You have to be US based, LLC, general partnership, or a corporation. You have to earn at least $240,000 per year in revenue, and you have to be an established business for at least 1 year. So that's the current criteria. It may change in the future, but for now, that's who's eligible to apply for this credit card. And if you are eligible and you have a Relay account, I honestly think there's no reason not to. It seems like a win-win for all parties involved, and there's no annual fee, so there's really no downside. If you are eligible, I will leave the link in the description box for you to apply so that you can get going with this credit card and start using it in your own money management inside your business. So that's the rundown of the Relay credit card. I honestly think this is a fantastic addition to their offerings. I love that they are doing a 30-day billing cycle and not allowing anyone to run the debt over and over and accumulate debt from a credit card. That is a personal value of mine that I think is fantastic. I also love that it is a cash back card and that they are allowing all spend to be earning money and getting 1.5% cash back. That's a fantastic offer. So I personally am very excited about this, and I hope you are too. So that's a rundown on the Relay Visa credit card. It is a new offering and something that I think fits seamlessly into the products that they already offer for business owners so that you can control your cash flow and get on top of your money so that you're not feeling stressed and you're feeling really confident about your business finances. I will leave a link in the description box for you to apply if you're interested in this card, or if you're interested in Relay, definitely check out this next video.